So for our first deck of the 12-hour stream, we're going to be playing some blue-black control. This is a list that Wafo-Tapa 5-0'd with, which I'm really excited about. I think there's just lots of like really nice details to it. I love the couple main deck duresses as a nod to how prevalent blue-white control is, and vehicles. I love the fact he limits himself to 2 Essence Scatter, again out of respect for blue-white control and vehicles decks. The Consign Oblivions are really nice. Just like, there's a bunch of little details about this deck that make me think that maybe this list could be well tuned for where things are at the moment. So I really wanted to give it a try and see how it feels. This seems like a keep. I'm gonna push to buy some time. Good mana. Heart of Kiran. Scrap Heap Scrounger, okay. I kind of just want to Fatal Push that now. It's going to be a while until they can bring it back, and it's going to save us so much life in the long run that I think that's fine. Okay. Well, if we can survive these opening turns alright, we've got like some very powerful stuff coming. History of Benalia is very scary though. It's going to represent a lot of damage, a lot of bodies. So we're going to take 2 this turn. If we just take the hit next turn, we go to 10 because of the boost on the knights. No, this is like my 5th Pro Tour, I think. My last one was Dublin, which was like a year and a half ago. But I've been to 4 so far before this one. This is kind of interesting. Like, if I don't contempt one of these, I'm going to take so much damage. Because it's like 8 damage off the tokens, 2 off this, puts us to 8. Then we're on like a virtual 6. I feel like I'm going to end up having to contempt a knight token. And just like hoping they don't have a Khan they can slam into play. Because if I am going to do that, I should do it now. Because otherwise they could push a knight token in response to stop. I guess I'd rather kill the Ballista. I don't gain the life, but it's more of a threat going long. And like, Scarab God would hopefully brick wall the knights anyway. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up contempting the Ballista, in which case I can wait till their turn. Since, they can sack the Ballista in response anyway. It's not like they need a Fatal Push to prevent the life gain. Yeah, I never got that draw with the black-white deck. Alright, I'm just going to do this. I think taking the hit off the Ballista in addition to the knights is going to be too much for us to deal with. Obviously if they land a Khan it's scary, but that's true, but the Walking Ballista is more scary going long, whereas the knights are going to get smaller here, which makes me think I want to deal with the Ballista instead. It's kind of a tough one though. Like, I feel if they answer our Scarab God, we're probably in a bad spot anyway. And Scarab God does brick wall the knights on the ground. Right, them leaving up mana is scary. It means they probably have a cast out, but we can't not cast our Scarab God here. Hey there, Hug. Oh, they're just returning the scrap heap. Okay. Ooh, that's a downside to targeting the Ballista, I guess. We let them get scrap heap back. Oh my god. If we hit the land there, we could Gearhawk back Contempt on this, block this, and still be on 1. But yeah, this draw did not pan out. I wonder what happens if we'd Contempted a Knight instead. With like, so I didn't consider that targeting the Blister means they can get Scrap Heap back, whereas targeting the Knight doesn't let them do that. Yeah, it does depend on that, for sure. Hey there, Hug. Yeah, long time no see. I'm streaming early for once, so... So what do we want against the Vehicles deck? Like... I assume this is not very good. Yeah... I think we want... So like, on a pure numbers standpoint, it made sense to Contempt the Blister, I think. But the fact that they had a Scrap Heap in the yard kind of swung things. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that was a fun match, Hug. I enjoyed it. So these Ether Meltdown seemed great against Heart of Kiran and Scrap Heap Scrounger. I don't know how I feel about Kingpin. Golden Demise is good against the Knight tokens, it seems. Seems fine otherwise. There's like a bunch of stuff I'm kind of interested in. I can probably trim on draw spells. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to have time to Glimmer most games. And I'm not in love with the Scarab God here. They don't really have, like, appealing creatures for us to reanimate. And, it kind of runs into Cast Out and such, much worse than our Gearhawks do. Much worse than our Gearhawks do. So we could take out that as well. Yeah, I was wondering about Contraband. Because of the Knight tokens and Scrap Heap Scrounger, I think it might be good here. It's kind of awkward against Ballista, but it still just buys you a lot of time, right? I think I still like the Duresses. Because they have Planeswalkers and History of Benalia and all that jazz. I think Golden Demise is probably a bit too narrow. Even though it does clean up History of Benalia very cleanly. I'm just wondering about this Cast Down. It's like very unexciting. Maybe Golden Demise is better than the Cast Down. But let's just do this. This seems good to me. Oh, Scarab God should maybe be in if we have Contrabands. I think that's probably true. They go very well together for sure. Alright, this hand is quite reasonable. I'm going to lead on Fetid Pools, because then if I draw a Fatal Push I can cast it and still Evolving Wilds. Right. Okay. Definitely going to play the Evolving Wilds here. Because then if we draw a couple lands running, we can always just cycle the Fetid Pools. Hey there, Twisting Aether. Yeah, I decided to fire this one up early, since I'm trying to do the whole, like, 12-hour thing. It made sense. Okay, I think I'm just going to land the Kingpin and block the Scrounger. That sounds kind of great to me. And I'm going to still hold on to the cycle land. It's not like we need the 5th mana to be untapped, so we already have a 4th one for Graska's Contempt, and there's still a non-zero chance we cycle this. Another Scrounger, wow, this Contraband Kingpin doing work. Ooh, now we've drawn this, we're definitely inclined to play this tapped later. I'm just going to pass with Contempt and Disallow up for now though. Deadland's pretty nice against the Kingpin, and like a turn or two, if we block they can kill the Kingpin after combat. Kingpin's still doing a lot of work at the moment though, just like holding these guys off. Heart of Kiran. That's not too scary. I think that's fine. We've got like these Contempts. Yeah, I agree. I don't think we really care about the heart when we're on like a virtual 18 life. It's tempting to Contempt a Scrap Heap. I don't hate that. I feel like there's a Ballista coming post-combat though. But they want to Ballista down my Kingpin, that's fine with me because they have the Deadlands in play to deal with the Kingpin later anyway. So I think I'm gonna Contempt a Scrap Heap here quite happily. Sure, I'm entirely okay with them trading a Walking Ballista with our Kingpin. That's great. Okay, our hand is very strong. I'm feeling pretty good about the situation on 23 life. Yeah, I agree. I think Contempting lines up nicely. Ooh, Khan. I think I'm gonna disallow that rather than Contempt. If I Contempt Khan, they get a card of Khan, and they also get to Crew Heart with Khan. I'm pretty happy just disallowing that. Not really, Hug. I just wanted to try it out because Wafo-Tapa's been having success with this list, and it looked like pretty good to me. I do think it is true that the sweepers in blue-white are like much worse at the moment because blue-white is the main. So because blue-white is the main control deck, people are used to playing around sweepers at the moment and building their decks with sweepers in mind, which in turn makes blue-white less appealing. I don't know if that's enough to make blue-black good though, the fact it attacks from a different angle. Blue-white is also very hard to play on the PT, for sure. Oh my god, my Gear Hulk. My heart can't take this. Oh. Yeah. My GP was good, Kobe. I didn't do the best. I started out 7-0 and then plummeted to 10-5, which is like fine. I needed the extra pro point, so I'm like happy enough. But it was lots of fun. Like I got to cube a couple times over the weekend, and So just cycle this now. Cycling now plays into a discard spell, kinda, but it also gives us info. It was also really cool because like a bunch of different friends did really well. Like Luke ended up top 8ing, Simon ended up winning, and like a few other people I know and like ended up doing really well. Yeah, no, I didn't play Standard at all. Just played Legacy. I'm tempted just to take 5 here. If they have a Khan post-combat, I want to be able to contempt the Khan. My life total's so high at the moment, I think this is okay. Alright. I'm just gonna push the knight, I think. Okay. I mean, this is what blue-black does, right? You just sort of sit there, waiting for a Gearhawk. Again, I think I'm meant to take 3 more damage. It's scary in the face of History of Benalia, but I don't want to, like, lose the game to a Khan. I think now that they haven't cast a Khan this turn, I'm going to go ahead and contempt the Scrounger. Since if we drew a Disallow, like, it locks us into taking like 3 more damage, hold up Disallow. Just use Scatter on anything that can be scattered. They don't have that many targets in their deck for this anyway. Oh, Pip Bronze? That's sweet. I didn't realise that. Pip is great. Yep. Yes, we just plan on killing dead lands. What did you play in the standard event, Kobe? Yeah, being bronze is nice. Not having to play PPTQs is like such a huge relief, for sure. Hey friend. Alright, alright. Doing stuff. End of their turn, we can go Gearhawk Illumination. Yeah, like, I kind of miss it and kind of don't. Like, trying to win a PPTQ can be a bit of a grind sometimes. But it is really nice having an excuse to, like, go to more tournaments with friends. Ooh, that's an amazing one. The Disallow. Very, very happy to draw a Disallow there. Well, I'm gonna counter this one, since otherwise we can't win the game. Oh my god. This is a bit tilting. Don't know that I can win anymore. Because I took out the Consign to Oblivion. Maybe you just have to always keep in a Consign Oblivion because of Ixalan's Binding. Like, we even had Disallow up for it, but I don't really know that I can realistically win anymore. We boarded out the Scarab God too. So now the plan is literally draw our 1 copy of Contraband Kingpin. Yeah, there's no commit in the list. Ace. There's like Consign Oblivion, but we boarded it out because it seemed really bad in this matchup. Win by Contraband. It's gonna be tough. They have a Fatal Push in their deck still. That's kind of surprising, but it makes the Contraband kill harder. Hey there, Kansas. Can't really spend a disallow on that because we can Golden Demise away the tokens. Hey George. 15 turn clock, let's go. Oh my god. Talk about hard mode. Alright, we get to attack for 1 here. I guess they just block and we achieve nothing. I should pass the turn. Then next turn I can Golden Demise both tokens. Hey Sarah! Our only way to win is just protect this forever. Yup. This Contraband Kingpin is our final hope. As sad as that is. I do not have commit memory. This is Wafo-Tapa's list. I did not change a card. There's a Consign Oblivion, but we boarded that out, so... No! Opponent! Stop! Oh my gosh. Alright. Yes. Yes. Never play a Wafo list? It looked really sweet, George, to be fair. We also have to be careful not to deck ourselves before we can kill our opponent. That's like also a thing. Right. 14 turns. No, we attack afterwards because we have City's Blessing. Alright, there's a point at which I have to stop activating as counter. Do I push this just so I can get through a damage this turn? I probably do. Yeah, histories are reasonably annoying from this position, for sure. Whoa! 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 Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I mean, opponent didn't realize we'd boarded out the Scarab God, right? It's like, kind of understandable. So, we might need to bring this back in, so we can actually deal with Ixalan's Binding. Yeah, we're definitely bringing in God and Consign, I agree. Do we want the Gontis? They're like not the worst. They brick the 2/2s, right? They brick the 2/2s from History of Benalia really well. No Censor? I kinda like Censor. Maybe it's not so great. Yeah, negate seems really good, for sure, for sure. See, just bringing in some negates. Yeah, we already have a couple duresses in the deck. Oh, that's true, they can find a binding of our own. Yeah, apparently we won that somehow, Heather. Which is, like, not the most believable thing in the world. I'm gonna kind of Gear Hulk, actually. Because, I'm gonna kind of Gear Hulk. Because of Ixalan's binding. I think we want to trim on a copy. Yeah, the scatter seems bad, I agree. Need to cut one more card. The Golden Demisers were actually pretty nice. I think I want them. Azcanta? Nah, I think I like Azcanta. My opponent doesn't play Field of Ruin. Just like a bit slower on the draw, I guess, and we've got all these other win cons. Take out the senses and add negate. I could see that. That's kind of decent. Like, we're on the draw, so senses a bit worse. This looks fine to me. Cool. Jeez. The fact we won that game is so unrealistic. I'm so happy. I was like tempted to concede that game at one point. I just thought we could never win. This hand's great, right? Lots of early interaction, and then an Azcanta to take over. We can also deal with History of Benalia, which is nice. Since that card's fairly scary for us. No! Bye-bye search for Azcanta. It was nice to know you. Yeah, I have watched the GP match, Kansas. I haven't watched it on stream, but I've watched it like off stream with a friend. I tend to go back and like rewatch most of my GP matches, or like most of my feature matches. Right, we do need more lands, but that qualifies. I almost just want to land Search this turn, just so it can dig me towards lands. And then, like, at least I get one trigger out of it before they can binding it. Like, I need to find another black source for this Demise, too. If they land History of Benalia, we want to hit the black source for Demise soon afterwards. Yeah, I'm just going to land Search. I kind of like that. I think that's good. Yeah, they either have a Walker, or, like, maybe they think... I guess they wouldn't be setting up History because... Oh, Aggro. We will put Golden Demise into the graveyard, because it is not a land. Yeah, they might just have a Planeswalker here, which would be kind of brutal. Crook is really bad, but if they have a Planeswalker, it doesn't really matter. Like... Planeswalker on turn 4 here probably wins the game, with them taking our duress. Ixalan's binding. Okay. That's obviously really annoying, but like, as far as things go, it's fine, I think. I'm tempted just to Fatal Push this. We don't know how long it will be until we can cast Golden Demise. Vraska's Contempt is a good draw. We just need a black source, and now we can answer a Planeswalker. It's so weird. It's like our opponent's trying to like out-control us. Right. Black source makes this game really easy because we get to start Gontiing them too. as well as having a bunch of answers. Okay, that's a history. So swamp, off the top please. Scrounger, So, am I meltdowning Scrounger here? But I guess I am. I guess if I draw a black source, I'm in such a good position anyway that I don't mind that they can return their Scrounger. And if I don't draw it, I could draw like a disallow and want to have that up. So I think I'm just going to do this. Obviously it's awkward if we ended up demising, so it'll put this in the yard, but I think that's fine. Because if we draw a black source, it's just so good for us. Awesome. That is amazing. Ooh. Knight of Malice and Ballista are both really good. Hey there, doggo. Our mana's kind of tight at the moment, which makes me want the Knight of Malice more, I think. Also, Knight of Malice is really good against History of Benalia as the game goes on as well. Obviously, we can deal with the first history, but I like the idea of a Knight of Malice instead of a Ballista. I think that's good. Now our 2/3 bricks their 2/2s. We might just get bindinged, which would be annoying because we have this backup in our hand that we then can't cast, but it also turns the binding into like a nice thing to consign because we'd get a second Gonti trigger. That's possible, Ace. I'm just gonna block here and save ourselves some life because I kind of want to golden demise next turn, I think. Golden demise gives them the Scrounger back, but I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Let's just block. Disallow. I think I'm still going to spend my turn doing this. Just to get these knights out of the way. Yeah, I save a lot of damage. It's scary if they draw a Planeswalker, but they'd have to like top deck it. Because they clearly don't have one yet. Or else they'd have cast it by now. And like obviously we have the Contempt for a Planeswalker, so it's not even the end of the world. That's a lot of Scroungers. What's in their hand? We don't know what's in their hand. George, we haven't seen it. It's kind of sad. I wanted to hit the land so I could go Knight of Malice, hold up Disallow. Yeah, they could have a Fatal Push. That's true. I kind of want to Gonti this turn. Using my, like, 2 mana on the Knight is just so inefficient. I could also just Contempt this turn on a Scrounger. Play Gonti, take 3. I take 6 as a second in the yard. This is fine though. I'm gonna play out the Gonti. I just don't want to use my mana too inefficiently when I'm struggling on mana. And our life total's still like reasonably high as well. Oh my god, History of Benalia is beautiful. Trades with Scroungers all day. Yeah, save Contempt for a Planeswalker, I agree. I think that's important. For sure, we just don't want to lose to a Khan. Cast out the Gonti, sure. Deal. So untapped land here would be amazing. Get to like dump so much stuff on the board. That's also pretty good, to be fair. Yeah, we could history that turn. I kind of like just how this brick walls the Scroungers. I guess they get to dead lands it, but that's fine. It uses up their turn, and then we just melt down one of these. At some point we will draw lands. I swear. Oh my god. At some point we will draw lands. Yeah, this is game 3, doggo. So the crook is sideboard. Sure. I mean, they get to take my contempt here, potentially, which is not the best for me, but... Is it bad? I kind of just want to Fatal Push the Scrounger and go ham with these Knight tokens. It leaves me a bit weak to post-combat heart, I guess. I think I like this. And if they don't have heart this turn, we get to untap with disallow up, and our knights are representing a fast clock. Ballista. I know, just returning the Scrounger to play around the disallow. That makes sense. Alright, so hit them for 2. Then we get to hold up disallow through their turn, end of their turn, contempt the Scrounger. Next turn we hit them to 8 with our Knight tokens, and then they're dead really quickly. Yeah, I think it's almost over too. I love how the Crook of Condemnation has done like actual nothing. That's kind of great. It was definitely one of those things, George. Not is a good card. Why don't I play it? Jeez. I should probably counter that and just like get my opponent dead. Untapped land. Oh, so good. And this is tapped. They can exile all cards, I guess. They can exile all cards. We also can only flashback a disallow, so there's that as well. So close though, so close. That was kind of great. really understand how we won that match. In game 2, we had a single kingpin left as our only win con. Game 3, we're on 4 lands on turn 12. And yet, this looks pretty fun. I'm enjoying it. It's been a while since I played 4 whole Gear Hulks and some Gonties. Opponent did punt for sure. It's understandable though. Like, I've conceded in that spot to people before. Like, it's just kind of soul crushing, you know, when like the control deck's like pinging away at you. You don't have any resources left. They have Azcanter online. Excuse me. The duresses in the main deck felt really good that match. I was really pleased with them. Alright. Huh. This Field of Ruin was an island. I would like snap keep. I do not know what to do with this hand. Like, we're on the draw. We have like 3 draw steps to hit an island realistically. Obviously we don't really have much early interaction either. We don't have like a push or a scatter or a sensor. So my inclination would be to mulligan this, I think. I think this is just like a tiny bit off. If it had a blue source, I'd keep it. If it had a single piece of early interaction, like a push, I'd keep it. But I think this is just like a bit too bad. Okay. Mono black control time. Sure, sure. I vote Barbar Black Sheep, Heather. Mainly because that's the most adorable nation name. Ooh, we're against it's either mono green or Winding Constrictor. Let's take a look at what's going on over there. Oh, what? Ritual Raptor? At this point in time, I'm regretting mulliganing my 7. The hand's so slow. The hand's so incredibly slow. No, definitely if we knew our opponent's hand was this, we would have snap kept the 7. It's probably a Winding Constrictor deck that just happens to be playing Ritual Raptor. Like, yeah, they have Servant of the Conduit. Kinda makes sense. Orc. Sure. If they don't attack, I'm immediately terrified of Blossoming Defense. Alright. I guess I'm gonna be cycling the sensor anyway, right? Might as well just do it first. Gearhulk is a great one. Ooh. Sure. Why no censor? We can't censor the Ritual Raptor because they had a Servant of the Conduit in play that could make mana, meaning they could pay for the censor. Oh, is this a Ballista? It is a Ballista. Okay. It's kind of tempting just to like consign this and hope to rip the 5th land for Oblivion next turn. That's like not unreasonable. They get to ping us once before it returns to the hand, but that's not the end of the world. Awesome. Gonna get the Chupacabra out their hand, which will make this Gearhulk great. Awesome. So they just have a Ritual Raptor, which we can contempt. And then the Gearhulk's gonna take over the game, just being such like a huge body on the ground. Interesting. Yeah, the GP was great, Emma. I really enjoyed it. It was great seeing so many friends do well. How was your GP, Emma? I do that, doggo. I'm a very lucky player, for sure. I'm wondering whether I cycle this. Like, getting to cast the Gearhulk next turn would be really nice. Obviously we're contempting this turn. Going up to 15, back down to 13. I guess we can probably wait on this Illumination. We're not under that much pressure. If they cast something big and scary, we can cycle this. Otherwise, we can just like sit on it. Okay. On that note, cool. So we can go Gearhulk Contempt next turn, which is nice. Murderous Gearhulk is so big. I'm pretty sure they run Constrictor, right, Hug? They have Gearhulk and Ballista. Alright, so I'm just going to Contempt the Ripjaw here, I think. Stops just as much damage, but the Ripjaw we can't block very well. Hey, Scarabian God. Scarabian God is pretty great. Opponent wisely not attacking. I think I'm just flashing back Illumination here. Hit my land drops. Contempt an our turn because of Blossoming Defense. Maybe. Blossoming Defense would get us when we block anyway, but I can see that being the case. Contempting is the safer play in the face of a Chupacabra, I guess. So maybe I should just be responsible and Contempt. Like, I've got a Scarab God, it's not like I'm lacking on things to do, right? Like, I've got plenty to do with my mana, I should just make sure the chance of me dying is as low as possible. Ooh, disallow is great. A bit of me just wants to hold up disallow, but getting the Scarab God in play can't be too wrong. I'm going to hold back the Gearhulk, because if we untap with Scarab God, we're winning the game anyway. There's no need to attack here. Sick. Easy multi-5. Easiest multi-5 of my life. Jeez. Yeah, that Scarab God was amazing. Yeah. Bring back, reanimate a 4/4 Chupacabra. What do we want against Constrictor and friends? I'm not really sure. I guess the Gonties are amazing. The Gonties seem like the dream here. Cast down seems really good too. Yeah, I really like Scarab God at the moment too, Larry. I think it's really good at the moment. What cards are bad? I'm not sold on these Duresses. What do we have to hit with them? Like Vraskas, maybe? Like maybe 2 Vraskas. Like maybe a couple Contempts. Maybe my opponent's Duresses. It's just like, there aren't that many targets. And some of them aren't even very exciting. Yeah, Esper for Teferi could be good too. I just really wanted to try this list because the mana is great. And there are just like a bunch of details in it I really like. Too. Are the Meltdowns good? I'm not like in love with them, but I think we're probably just running something close to the main deck. Just need to get one more card. I kind of liked the Consign Oblivion that game, honestly. It's a good way to get Chupacabras out their hand. And like, they have so many like 4 mana things that you're happy bouncing. Maybe I take out... Glimmer seems really good against my opponent though. That deck's so clunky. Did I see the Jeskai list? I need to look at that, Lowry. I haven't seen it yet. If you link it, I'll take a look at it though. I kind of want to cut a 4 mana thing, so I'm bringing in the Gonties. Should like probably be a Glimmer then. Cutting a Glimmer against the mid-range deck feels kind of wrong, but we're bringing in Gonties, and we're on the draw. Down a Contempt. I think Contempt seems amazing against their deck. Like, so many good targets for it. Like, loads of expensive creatures. Nah, I think Contempt's still great. Even if we can kill most of their creatures with push and cast down. I'm going to keep this. We've got a cycle land. Obviously the hand's a bit land heavy, but in fact we can spend our second turn cycling this if we want. Makes it look a bit better, I think. Ooh, I should have led on Swamp. Just like telegraphed, I don't have push in hand. Kind of just like clicked an untapped land without thinking. I'm just going to do this now to play around Blossoming Defense. I really want to get this off the table. And as things are going, I think I'm playing this next turn, most likely. There's a Winding Constrictor. Let's just pass the turn, and I suspect I'm going to end up bouncing this once they cast their thing. Yeah, if you hit type this, you can see the deck list. Interesting. Attacking with the snake. I think I'm tempted just to bounce this for like tempo. Because like we still have the mind rot in the yard, so it's not like we're down value, right? And like resetting what they're doing just sets them so far behind. Bestiary. That's fun. That's a fun card. Huh. I kind of want to play the Fetid Pools here, because then I can go disallow Oblivion Gearhulk. There's nothing... Yeah, I guess we can like Gearhulk disallow then. Alright. Yeah, the Bestiary is going to be fairly hard to deal with now that we've used up our Consign Oblivion as well. Consign is like our answer to it. Pokedex-less Llanowar Elves. No, I feel like we'll probably still be fine, but the Bestiary is certainly fairly scary. Blue-white is much better against Bestiary because Teferi draws you so many cards and gives you so much extra mana that you can often just ignore the Bestiary, whereas these blue-black decks don't really have that ability to go as over the top if you don't draw a Scarab God. Alright, 100% countering this, because we have this Gearhulk in hand. We don't want them killing it. Kind of reliant on the Gearhulk this game. They're missing land drops, so Oblivioning them seems really good. Yeah, it's not even just that Teferi's -3 can handle it, it's that Teferi draws you so many cards that you just go over the top of Bestiary, in my experience. You think opponent doesn't care much about the Oblivion? I guess. I'm still kind of interested in casting it here. This Duress upgrading our Gearhulk for us. This is a Ballista. Draw a card, sure. They're pretty low on spells at least. If they hit a couple lands off the Bestiary, you might have a chance. Oh my god. That's so good. Hitting another Duress there is so good. Jeez. Now we have a Gearhulk and a Dream. Yeah, I've never played Bestiary in a deck with Duress before. It makes the card a lot more threatening, for sure. Like being able to scry towards your Duresses and cantrip into them. God, they have a Vraska's Contempt too, is what this means. Okay. Yeah, it's true. Oblivioning means we can't bounce Bestiary anymore, for sure. Like... Okay, I should probably Gearhulk cast down this Ballista. It's not great because they likely have a contempt for this Gearhulk in hand. You think I need to Glimmer before Gearhulk? We do have Illuminations in the deck we can draw to. I mean, I'm going to be behind with cards anyway. I guess I wait on the Gearhulk though. I think you're probably right. Drew the Scarab God. This is what makes me regret not casting the Gearhulk. This was like one of the things I was kind of concerned about. If we could stick Scarab God here, we'd be in a fine spot. I think I have to Gearhulk before Scarab God though, so that the Gearhulk hopefully trades with the contempt. Yeah, exactly, Larry, for sure. Like, there is only one Scarab God, so playing towards it too much is obviously a bad idea. Alright, so we're just going to take this hit. If my opponent does nothing else, I will try and kill this Ballista on end step. Okay. Well then. Target your walking Ballista. Oh wow, they don't have a contempt here? Maybe they have Chupacabras in hand. Chupacabras would like kind of make sense. Right. I'll attack with the Gearhulk. I think I'm going to cycle the Fetid Pools. Obviously the 8th mana is kind of nice with Scarab God, but we're fairly likely to draw into an 8th land between that and my next draw step anyway. It would be kind of weird, agreed. I'm just trying to think what could possibly be in my opponent's hand though. Maybe they have some Vraskas in their hand that they can't cast yet, because they didn't have the lands for her. Yeah, I feel like we're in a decent position, agreed. We've got this search as well, which is really nice. Good way to fight back on the card advantage front. It's a walking Ballista. It's a Verderus. It's an 8/8. Okay, 8/8 is big. We can reanimate Thrashing Brontodon to kill the Bestiary. This is so good. I'm so happy. Jeez. Yeah, exactly. Reanimating the Thrashing seems amazing. Do we also have to be wary of this thing? Yeah, I might just kill the Hulk. I think I agree. We hit them for 10. We hit them for 10. We drain for 1 with the Scarab God too. Yeah, I think killing Hulk's better. I think this doesn't matter. We're like so far ahead on board. I don't think they can afford to spend much mana on this. Oh, I can force a chump due to the Verderus Gearhulk. Also true. Yeah, so I just want to attack. Just swing. Agreed, agreed, agreed. You're right. You are correct. Decent chance I win, yep. If they don't block, I win. If they do block, I get even further ahead on board. Like I just get to add 8 power to my board. Right, Verdurous Gearhulk. This is so stupid. So I put 3 counters on this. And then like... maybe I just put all 4 on this. If they kill this, they aren't killing my Scarab God, right? Yeah, sick. That was pretty great. Jeez, Scarab God's a hell of a card, let me tell ya. You think Mono Green is a worse matchup for this than Blue White? I mean, kind of. Blue White's really bad at answering Heart of Kiran. And that's like definitely a concern against Mono Green. This deck's also much better at answering Nissa than Blue White. Like a big part of the problem Blue White has against Nissa out of Mono Green is if they ever resolve a Nissa, your answers are like killing it with a Lyra, which is difficult, or cast outing her. And if you cast out a Nissa, then like you just have this ticking time bomb in play, where for the rest of the game, if they ever draw a Brontodon and resolve a Brontodon, you just lose to their Nissa. Yeah, we're 2-0 now, Hug, which is pretty nice. This seems fine. Got this fetid pools we can cycle. Yeah, it's my first time playing this deck in ages. Noob. Hope it goes well, Hug. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and cycle this Fetid Pools. Against Mono Black, you just want like every spell you can have. We've already got our 3rd and 4th lands in hand anyway. Yeah, it's Mono Black Control, George. Which I'm... honestly, Mono Black Control might be a tough matchup. But we'll see. I think the Mono Black deck is actually legit. I want to try it later. It's looked... whenever I play against it, it looks like surprisingly resilient. So I kind of want to try it later. It's on like my short list of decks to keep an eye on. Hey there, Felix. Alright, Gearhulk's great. We just need to Illumination this turn. Hit a land drop or 2. We're in a great position then. Alright, they don't have a Gonti yet, which is good. I want to play Mirari Conjecture. I don't know that it's actually good, but it looks delightful. Yeah, I ended up starting out 7-0 at the GP Felix, but then I kind of crashed and burnt. I ended up 10-5, which is still decent. Like, I can't really complain about that, right? Yeah, Mono Black seems sweet, for sure. How did you end up finishing, Felix? Wondering if I want to duress before Gearhulking. My inclination is, like, not to... like, this turn I can just, like, Gearhulk Illumination. They can kill my Gearhulk, but then I can... yeah, I'm not gonna duress before this Gearhulk. I think the first Gearhulk's dying regardless, so I'm not too fussed about trying to protect it. Nah, 10 and 5 is not in cash. I think I came 99th. Which is like, and cash goes down to 64th. Oh geez, that's rough, Felix. Sorry to hear that. Yep, so they get to contempt us, but that's fine, we still get our divination. We'll find another Gearhawk soon enough, or Search for Azcanta. Search for Azcanta has to be the real killer in this matchup, right? Like, that card seems obscene here. Oh wow. Okay. Watch out for Josuves. Yeah, Josuves is a scary one to keep in mind, for sure. We can't Gearhawk this turn anyway, so I'm just going to get the Boneyard down here, I think. I'm at an effective 17, George. 14 at the moment, plus 3 from the Pro Tour. Yeah, and very nearly silver, which is really exciting. Surprised? I guess they just don't want to run their Gonti into a counterspell. Well, this is kind of gas. I don't think they are on Field of Ruin in their list, and this seems like the card you need to take over the game against Mono Black. I would very much like to be captain. It means overtaking Francesco though, who is I think he's something like 7 or 8 points ahead of me. I don't know exactly how many. He's somewhere in the mid-20s, isn't he, George? Mid-20s-ish. Ah, 24. So he's on like a virtual 30 then, with the two PTs. So I'd need a really good result at a PT to overtake Francesco realistically, which is like doable, but far from assured. It's a Ballista. Okay. It's kind of interesting. I need to save one of these for a Khan, but we've got a Gearhulk to flash this back, and I kind of want to make sure they can't buy back their Gonti with their Memorial to Folly. See ya, Hug. Oh, we can consign them? That's kind of interesting. Go like consign Oblivion. I guess we can probably wait on that. They've got 2 cards in hand as the thing, so this is like the perfect moment to Oblivion them. But bouncing Ballista would put it back in their hands. They'd be back up to 3 cards. You like keeping consign? What are we keeping it for? I kind of like making sure they don't have a Josuves in hand. Oh, decent. That's true. If they took a Gearhawk, we want to bounce it. Nope, you're right. You're 100% correct. I agree completely. Kind of awkward. This is better against Noxious Gearhawk. This is better against Gonti, but I guess we'll use up the Fatal Push instead. You kind of hope we lose to Josu's army. Yeah. Josu is hell of a magic card. Vetted pools. I will put that in the yard because I am keen on flipping a Scanter as soon as possible. That's the dream. I'm going to duress my opponent now. I think this is the best shot we're going to have at duressing them. This is not too relevant, I guess, the Fatal Push. Also, duressing them means we get to flip a Scanter next turn, which is nice. Duress plays really nicely with our Scanter. It makes having the main deck duresses more appealing too. I've been really liking these in the main deck. I've been really impressed with them so far. Just feels like every deck has good targets for you to take. Flips a Scanter quickly. Protects you from planeswalkers that are scary. So I'm just trying it out blue-black. I'm certainly not saying that it's better than... That's fine. I guess this stops us flipping a Scanter now, unless we bounce the zombie, but... I'm certainly not saying that it's better than blue-white by any means. I'm just sort of trying it out. But I think the sweepers aren't terribly well positioned at the moment. And the black removal is quite well positioned. So that's like part of the appeal. Right, I'm just gonna consign this. I want to flip my search next turn. Obviously we could save this in case they got a permanent with their Gonti, but I just really want to flip search if I can. Like, flipping search is kind of better than drawing two, I think. I think this is better than drawing two. Just flipping search and like starting to draw cards. They have a Fatal Push in hand, so I'm not terribly interested in casting Oblivion. Oh, Hulk Mind Rot, that's a good line. And then we still have Disallow up because the search flipped. Okay, they didn't rebuy the Ballista. I kind of want to slam a Gearhawk here, but I also don't want to miss out on an Ascanter activation, so I might just wait until I draw another land before I start Gearhawking. You hate it when opponents aren't paying enough attention to fall into your traps. Glimmer sounds kind of great. Can't imagine us ever losing this game from this position. I'm really curious as to what they got off their Gonti. It might just be a removal spell, the way things are going. I feel like I'm going to bottom both of these. I already have a Contempt. Sensor's not doing anything. I kind of just like want more disallows and lands. I have not tried that yet. That's actually one of the things I want to try out over these next 2 days of streaming. I think the Mirari Conjecture decks seem interesting. I'm not convinced they seem good, but they seem kind of interesting, and I could see them being... They're doing powerful stuff, right? Regardless of how good they are, they're definitely doing powerful stuff. I guess part of my concern with them is I feel like people are playing a lot of disenchants at the moment. Which makes them seem a bit worse. But I'm definitely interested in trying out the Mirari Conjecture version at some point. Right. Still not returning the ballista. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and Gearhawk Glimmer here. Just like dig to more Gearhawks and Scarab Gods. Cast down. I don't feel like I care about that. I'm gonna find more Gearhawks soon enough. There's like a point at which I'm gonna have to start fighting over this stuff, but I don't think we're at that point yet. By any means. Bottom. Activate this. Grab this. Too many cards. Oh, alright. Let's just pass the turn here. Discard this Evolving Wilds. We don't want to reshuffle anyway. We've scryed so many things to the bottom. Gifted Aetherborn. Sure. Alright. Let's just flashback Illumination, I guess. Keep digging for more Gearhawks. Alright, we know their final card's Fatal Push. With another Disallow in hand, I'm just going to counter this and start killing them, I think. Still curious as to what the card they Gontied is. Oh, is this where they Gearhawk us off the Gonti? Interesting. It's kind of rude. If we ever find another Gearhawk, we can bounce this to our hand. Yeah. So rude. This is fine though. We're still in a great position. We have like a Scarab God and a Torrential Gearhawk in our like top 14-ish cards. And just like infinite resources in hand. Oh, we get to kill the Memorial to Folly here too, which is really nice. So we can go cycle the Sensor. Field the Memorial. Oh, that's going to reshuffle. Wonder if I want to Supreme Will before I kill this, then. Kind of makes sense to me. Try and find that final Gearhawk. Yes, I take Contempt. I still want to kill this, but obviously shuffling away stuff is less than ideal. Or shuffling the bad cards on the bottom back into the deck is less than ideal. But this is like our best opportunity to deal with the Memorial. Now we got loads of win cons. We still got a Scarab God and a Gearhawk. And the first Gearhawk redraws this Gearhawk. The Scarab God will save us. The Scarab God will always save us. For sure. I think I'll just pass the turn now with Disallow up. Let the Gearhulk hit me. I don't really care if I take a hit or two off it. I'd rather have it in play so we can bounce it with our other Gearhulk. And like with multiple cancels in hand, it's not like our opponent's actually killing us here. We just need to make sure that we can actually feasibly win the game. Yeah, I can't let our god get contempted, I agree. That is important. Right, Scarab God is now third from the bottom. Glimmer is amazing. So I guess I play this land and pass the turn. And then I can Glimmer for a Gearhulk in their turn. Still got one Gearhulk in the deck. Bottom. Bottom. Just let this hit me. So at the moment, Scarab God is 5th from the bottom, so there are 12 cards above it. I'm just going to let the Gearhulk hit me again, it doesn't matter. Being on 14 or 9 is the same. If we draw our Gearhulk, we just want to be able to bounce that one. Alright. Now Scarab God is 8th from the bottom, so there are 8 cards above it. Drawing so many cards. Oh my god. Yep. Okay. I might actually contempt the Gearhulk now. Yes, I can just pass the turn. Like, it doesn't even, nothing can actually go wrong from here. With all these counters in hand. Yeah, it's true, we do know a bunch of the 12 that are left. I think it's safe just to contempt this at this point. With like 3 cancels in hand, I think we're gonna be fine. And we're going to hit Scarab God next turn. And like cast it with Gearhulk cancel and multiple cancels up. I think we're not going to lose this game. I just click buttons until I draw the Scarab God. Yep, likely. Agreed. I'm mainly afraid of running out of win cons, but I don't think that's actually going to come up. I think activating Ascanta once more would mean we cycle past the Scarab God, so I probably shouldn't have discarded the Illumination. That's fine though. It's like all fairly irrelevant. We're probably just like a lock to win this game. Yeah, losing all our win cons is unfair, but I don't think it's actually going to happen. the way things are going. Oh, I should mind drop them here, obviously. Try and get some contempts out their hand. Or cast downs. Yeah, we got a never return, which is great. So now end of that. Yeah, next turn we draw Scarab God, I think. I think it's the next card, if I remember correctly. If it's not, then it's the Gearhulk that we still haven't seen. Hey there, Hug. Hope your meeting with your customer went okay. Return. I actually want to counter this, since the Gearhulk can flashback disallow anyway when we reanimate it. I think this is a fine thing to use a disallow on. Yeah, game 2 is going to have to be quick for sure. That'll be fine though. I guess game post-board gets tougher because they have more discard. Okay. So Scarab God's going to have 2 disallows as backup. Yes. No. Hey friend. How's it going? $11 mana, okay. Hey Marcus. Oh, is this a ballista, I assume? I would like to counter that ballista. It varies a lot, Hug. Depends a lot on what I'm playing. I definitely hit a lot more viewers when I'm playing standard than anything else. But like, I've had anywhere in the range from like 40 to 400, depending on what I'm playing and when I'm playing it. It varies so hugely. I guess the land's actually fine, since we can pump up ballistas. It's all kind of irrelevant. I should just like try and kill my opponent. Yeah, I imagine that's helping too, Marcus. Just like, there's a bunch of lists I wanted to try out in standard, just to like tick them off and see how they are. So it kind of made sense just to like have this day as a testing day. Oh my god, just let me kill my opponent, please. This is the one part of Scarab God I have not missed. Yep, there's a Hulk in the yard too, for sure. Alright. Mono black. Gonti seems dreamy. Duress is not the worst. Negate's not the worst. Consign Oblivion is like also kind of fine. It's good against opposing Gonties, since you can bounce the thing they steal. What do we dislike? The games go really long, which makes sense, are kind of unappealing. But like hitting your land drops is important too, so being able to cycle them isn't the worst. I kind of want to trim on like some fatal pushes. I think they're fairly unexciting. How many... Oh, do I want Spyglass for Bloodfast? Huh. It also hits Karn, right? It hits Karn too. I think those are actually decent, I agree. Hitting Karn is important if they have those on the board. You can also just like name Memorial to Folly or whatever. It's not the end of the world. I'm gonna trim on this stuff. I think I do want to trim on sensors a tiny bit. Awesome, Larry. Thank you. I'll take a look at it later. Might give it a try. You named Cog Workers Puzzle Knot yesterday. That is the dream. That is the dream. Kinda want like either some negates or duress. Wondering what else is bad. Like, we don't want too much removal, but I feel like a few pushes on some contempts is nice. We do need to be able to answer Siphoner post board. I think I'm gonna run it like this. I think I'm kind of happy with the setup. I could see cutting the sensor for like another duress or one of the negates. I feel like the duresses are quite good in this matchup. They were definitely very good that game. Okay. Was there an Urborg in play, George? To like make you need to waste them? Oh, that makes sense. I'm just going to keep this. Can't really mulligan anything in this sort of matchup. They have so much discard post board. Whoa. Cards I was not expecting include. I guess that's pretty good against Gearhulks, right? Already regretting boarding out a push. I am not optimistic about this game. Yeah. Sure thing. I guess they take the Glimmer here. Oh, they took the Essence Scatter. That's interesting. I wonder what that means. Let's just kill this Memorial and go find another blue source here. Now we can pass a Glimmer up, which is great. recoup some cards against all their discard. Gonti, yeah? Yeah, I guess that's the thing that makes sense after the Doomfall. Okay. I get to find a counter spell or something. Disallow is excellent. Bit of me almost wants both of these. I think I'm going to bottom the land and just keep the disallow. Cool. So, bury our god in not those 4 cards. That would be ideal. For sure. I guess I just get my tap land down this turn and pass with disallow up. If they duress me, then I can be able to ruin their stronghold instead. Yeah, I agree. Pools go. We need to like start slamming Gearhulk soon against this active Bloodfast. Definitely agree about that. Another Doomfall. Interesting. Yep. Since they're doing this, I'm just going to go ahead and Illumination, I think. Maybe I'm not meant to do that. Maybe there's like no world in which they take the Illumination instead of a Gearhulk. That's probably bad. That's probably really bad, to be honest. Yeah, they took the disallow anyway. Anyway, we take 2. They get to draw a card off Bloodfast. We get to start Gearhulking though, which is great. Yeah, they... There's like no world in which they take Illumination over Disallow or Hulk, for sure. They get to start drawing cards, but Gearhulks hit hard. And we're going to be drawing cards too. You like disallowing the Doomfall? Oh, because we... Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Stop it. Too many Doomfalls. Alright, so we let this resolve. They take a Gearhulk. We hope they don't have, like, an Essence Scatter or something above the Gonti. I don't know. Stop. Jeez. So much discard. 4 discard spells in their top 16. Just like shredding our hand to pieces. They get to hold the Gonti back to block the Gearhulk. Nah, we're still fine here. We can beat this Bloodfast. I do need to play faster though. I'm going to focus a bit more on the game and talk less. So I do need to play faster. Yep. Oh, I should have wastelanded the stronghold this turn, shouldn't I? Instead of playing this. I've got stuff to do with my mana anyway, rather than crack this. Yeah, that was really loose. Why not cast a Contempt? I really wanted to Gearhulk that turn. Maybe I meant to cast a Contempt though, just so their duress whiffs. I can see that being correct. Just like make use of every card we have whilst we have them against the Bloodfast. That kind of makes sense. I mean, you want to get the Gonti out the way, otherwise the Gearhawk can't attack anyway. Ballista for 4, jeez, that's big. Alright. Punished for not killing the stronghold, I guess. I kind of want to go like Gearhawk Contempt this, but yeah, Mono Black does seem strong, I agree. It's one of the decks I really want to try out. I guess we just want to Illumination of the Gearhawk instead. I'm a bit worried about this Ballista. Next turn they have 6, 7, 8, 9. And they can kill our Gearhawk. Yeah, I think I just have to get that Ballista off the table, honestly. Otherwise it's going to start taking down our Gearhawks anyway. Yeah, I agree. Push Ballista. Kind of just have to do it. With 10 power in play, they kind of have to deal with these Gearhawks. Otherwise, removal on Gonti puts them in a rough position. Yeah. Fielding the Stronghold when we did it lets them activate Bloodfast again, I guess. It's not the end of the world, though. Like, if we'd let them untap with the Stronghold, they'd get a lot more out of it than just the one extra card. Doomfall, take my Gonti, okay. 4th Doomfall. Yep, Gearhawk down. Gearhawk down. They've not cast the card from Gonti yet, no. Here. Oh, it was our Contempt. Sorry, yeah, it was our Contempt. You just hope they kick a Josu. I would prefer that they don't kick a Josu, but it's in the range of things I do not want happening to me. Aggressively F6ing to eat through my opponent's clock a bit, since we were so far behind. Oh wow, this is scary. Deadeye Tracker. No longer scary. If I crack Memorial now, I can draw as Cancer, but I kind of don't want to play into a discard spell. They still have 3 Duress in their deck. So I think I'm going to wait on cracking the Memorial. Yeah, I had a white-black control deck I was trying out, which would go Treasure Map into Josu, which is kind of sick. You can kick Josu on turn 6 off of a flipped Treasure Map on curve. You like flip your Treasure Map turn 5, and then turn 6 you have 6 lands, plus the map land, plus the 3 treasures to get you to 10. It's kind of adorable. Opponent sure is drawing cards over there. Yep, casual draw 5. End of your turn, opportunity, and a bit. Now, we've gone from 4 minutes behind on clock to only 2, which is kind of nice. I'm going to get to activate this memorial end of their turn. Is this a ballista? If this is a ballista, I'm going to crack the memorial in response. Try and hit a scatter or a disallow. One-time torment of hailfire, jeez. That'd be gross. Thanks, noob. No, I can play fast when I need to. I just play slowly on stream a lot of the time because I'm talking so much. Yeah, Aggro's Bloodfast uses up a lot of time, as does Walking Ballista. Like, their win cons are very time intensive. Oh my god. Thank you. No attack. Oh, could have. I kind of wanted to activate the memorial anyway. I'm kind of inclined to spend this turn activating memorial since it's a bit more expensive than the Gonti. But I could see an attack there being good. Since, like, we've got this other Gonti, we kind of want to trade these off. Hey. Hey, Hogpog. It's going pretty well. Gonna Gonti before Field of Ruining. Because then I can shuffle bad cards off the Gonti back in. Alright, alright. Okay. I kind of want to wait on this until the Gonti dies. I don't know how unreasonable that is. Just like Field of Ruin this turn, then next turn cast Lily. If we can trade off Gonti, or like get the Gonti killed. Gonti into Liliana back Gonti. Now they have loads of Contempts and Never Returns in their deck. I'm not too inclined to just cast Lily there, I don't think. I want to get value off of her by getting back our Gonti. Oh, this is also good. I guess this is just better, right? This is just better. I could reanimate that Gonti to try and find a discard spell. I guess I'm just going to pass the turn though. Never sure. Oh my god, so good. Oh, that's kind of sad, Hogpog. Sorry about the internet issues. Just like easily beating the turn 2 Bloodfast, no problem. This deck is gas. Gonti is gas. The loops are so real, Jesus. The loops are so real. Gonti into Liliana, back Gonti into Liliana. No, stop it. I guess I should activate Bloodfast first, in case I draw Essence Scatter. I need to make sure I don't put myself in range of, what's it called, a Ballista. So at the moment they can make 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I guess 3 of their Ballistas are in the yard though, so we're probably fine. Things are going well, Rourke, yeah. Things are going pretty well. Cannot complain. We're casting lots of Gontis. The way Magic's meant to be played. Another Ballista. Oh boy. Memorial is a Ballista. It's a Ballista that eats up some of their mana though, which is nice. Duress me, sure. Another Ballista? That's so rude. Do I have to activate Bloodfast here? I'm not sure I can afford to. I can attack with Gonti, and if it trades off, I can Liliana back Gonti. Oh, now they get to block my Gonti with their Ballista. Okay. We do have counters. We've been through almost all of them, though. Right, they get to block Gonti, kill the zombie. Yeah, maybe I am meant to draw there. Maybe I'm not, like, beating them looping back a Ballista here, regardless. Could see that being the case. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. They can make a Ballista for 5. Yeah, missing would leave us dead, almost certainly. For sure. Right, they return a Ballista. They make the Ballista for 5. Sure. Okay. Essence Scatter is dreamy. They're gonna have to deal with this Gonti soon. And then we get to reanimate it. Tight play. Oh my god. Alright. Now they kill the Gonti, because we can't reanimate it at this point. I guess it's possible they just tick up their ballista instead of buying one back. Oh my god. That's so good. That's so ridiculously good. Jesus. And now they're pumping up the ballista instead of buying one back. I think we're going to lose this, sadly. Yeah. Kind of annoying. That's a good one. Alright. Let's just do this now. They get to kill my zombies. I guess I can disallow one of the triggers, right? Oh, come on. That's so rude. I'm counting this as a win. Normally we'd have had time to like cast these and find some interaction, so I'm counting that as a win. Oh my god, that is 100% counting as a win, even if we did time out our opponent. I need to like lie down. What I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna go get some water because I'm out, and then we're gonna jump into our fourth match. We're currently 3-0 with blue-black control, which is sweet. 3-0. So I'll be back for the fourth match in about 1 or 2 minutes. Yo, I am back. We're 3-0 with blue-black control. Wafo-Tapa's latest list. Gonna hop into our 4th match now. Let's catch up on chat a bit. New people in chat who are worried about time. I never time out, right? Even when I'm 4 minutes behind at one point. I live for the red clock, pretty much. Once I hit that 5-minute mark, I play so much faster. Yeah, Hugbug, that was like partially a function of me being pretty new to streaming at the time, though. I feel like made me play a lot slower than I should have with that token stack. You're gonna run this list tonight. This list seems really solid so far. I've been enjoying it. Excuses, excuses. Oh my gosh. Alright. This is marginal. Oh, we stole one with a Gonti Rock. It was also probably that too, Hogbog. I'm like kind of inclined to keep this. I've got Search on 2. And then I can cycle Fetid Pools. Obviously not having double blue naturally is going to be a problem. I don't know. I think this is a really marginal close one too. I would not blame anyone for mulliganing this. It's another one of those cases where, like, if this was an island, I think it would be like less of a question. But the fact that this is a swamp instead of an island makes it feel a bit more suspect, because like we don't even have double blue in this hand. Keep on the play, mull on the draw. That's reasonable. Obviously draw a swamp. Yeah, I feel pretty dead right now, if I'm being honest. Going to 17, casting my do nothing on turn 2. I think I had a stream on Tuesday, but yeah, since then I haven't been on because I was planning on doing back-to-back 12 hours today and tomorrow, so I felt like I needed to take yesterday off to get some coursework done for uni, which went pretty well. I'm feeling pretty happy with how the coursework is trundling along. The mage can't block, so I can't lose. Good point, Rock. Good point. Back-to-back 12 hours. No, I'm doing 12 hours today, 12 tomorrow, Hogfog. Yeah, it's probably all going to be PT practice. I don't know what I'm like towards the end of the stream. I might do something a bit more relaxed, but most of it's just going to be jamming decks that I'm interested in standard. Maybe getting some drafts in. I feel like I can't possibly win this game. I guess I need both their cards to be lands, and I need to draw like push into contempts. Right. Does this deck beat red-black? I assume it must be decent against red-black. I feel like it should go over the top of red-black a bit. But I could see disintegration being a problem for Gearhawks. Hey there, Nucleo. Right. I feel like I cannot possibly beat a Chandra anyway, so I should probably just cycle this now and try and find a push. Like, I think I'm dead to any of their 4-drops. I just need them to only have lands in hand at this point. To be fair, I don't think blue-white's actually very good against mono-green either. Wow, lightning strike, sure. Like, I've had fairly poor results against mono-green with blue-white. So I'm gonna cycle here, trying to find a removal spell. I guess if I cycle the Censor, I can also hit my cast down, which is relevant. Contempt. Okay. I mean, that's a good one. That's gonna regain us some life and deal with one of those, which is like kind of nice. The creatureless version has a good matchup. Okay. We do want this push, so I guess I don't put it in my yard, but we have to spend this turn contempting, obviously. We're dead to a we're dead to a lightning strike anyway, so I might as well just pass the turn with my mana up. Yeah, the Dures's main deck have been really good. I've been really liking them so far. Lots of the aggressive decks, like the vehicle decks, have lots of good Duress targets. I've yet to play with or against the Goblin God Pharaoh's deck. It seems kind of cool. I don't know how good it is, but as I say, I haven't played with or against it yet. I'm like kind of off the idea of gate decks in general at the moment. I feel like people have a lot of interaction for that at present, but I could be wrong about that. I feel like people are making the black-red deck bigger though, and trimming 1-drops and stuff. Yeah, I agree, Larry. Part of the reason you want Duress main decks is out of respect for the fact that the blue-white decks exist. Like, as long as the blue-white creatureless decks exist, you want to respect them by doing that. By having main deck interaction like that. Somehow we're not dead. They must have just a Braids in hand. Oh cool, nice to hear, Hogbog. I don't think I'm going to be trying it out, but I could see it being decent. It's got like a decent plan when the gates are bad, right? A decent backup plan. Oh, 4 Hazos, that seems likely. Could also have a Chandra. Could have a Chandra. In which case we'd want the Duress, but I guess we're just meant to bin Duress to try and find some counter spells. Or more Contempts, Gearhulks, etc. Thanks, Rourke. Have a nice day. Well, now I'll kill both these things, at least. Dead to a lot of stuff, but... Why didn't they do that in their turn? Instead of letting us untap? I'm confused. Get our hopes up and dash them. So Kingpin seems amazing. Cast down seems decent. Demise is like kinda decent. I guess Meltdown. It's so tough. I don't want to make my deck like too big against theirs. want to make my deck too big against theirs. Too small against theirs, I mean, when they're making their deck bigger. Like, you can board in, like, all this extra removal, but then they're just gonna board in, like, Chandras and Glorybringers. Yes, Meltdown isn't the worst against Glorybringer, it's pretty bad, though. I can take out a Glimmer. I'm just wondering how much of this stuff I actually want. Gold Demise does seem pretty great, to be honest. It would have been good that game. Yeah, Mono Red is scary, for sure. I think I'm going to bring in the Golden Demises and not the Meltdowns. Can take out the Consign Oblivion. And one more card. Maybe the other Glimmer, even. It's like kind of expensive and slow. And we've got Illuminations to flash back with Gearhawk anyway. And like, to be honest, like flashing back Contempt's kind of great. Oh, awesome, Gal. Yeah, that feature match was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. For sure. Kind of like this, I think. Yeah, Mono Red's very good against Red-Black. I'm not convinced it's good against Blue-White, but I've always, like, kind of liked the Mono Red matchup with Blue-White, but I've heard, like, differing opinions from other people. I think this is probably a keep. Like, cycle an Illumination. Like, if we hit a removal spell, it makes this good. If we hit a blue source, we have Disallow up on 3. Sounds certainly not great. Certainly not great. I don't know where the Swamp Art is from. I kind of like it though. It's like the one I tend to use online. They're slowing themselves down post-board 2. You'd mulligan it. Hate these close hands. I'm gonna keep it. But again, this is another one that I feel is like very marginal. When's the announcement today? I imagine it's at like 4 PM-ish, like 3 hours or 4 hours. But not sure exactly when it is. Like, I feel like most of the daily MTG stuff is in about 4 hours. It's announcement day, Bob. We're gonna find out what the next set is. The one in like October. Yeah, it's tricky, like, mulliganing for early interaction is good, but also at the same time, this is a very resource hungry deck, and our opponent's slowing down their deck a bit post-board. I definitely don't hate mulliganing this though. Hey, that's a great one. I think I can afford to cycle this Illumination here. I think the chance that we're casting Illumination before we ever cast this Gearhawk is kind of low. I just want to find a removal spell. Alright. Okay, well, we've now got Disallow up, so they're not resolving anything again. Very spooky and mysterious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Settle is very good against Monogred, agreed. Wow, the missing land drops. So I kind of just have to counter literally whatever they play here. Oh. Not drawing something to do there was kind of sad. Alright. I could see ourselves losing this one, but we are going to get to slam a Gearhulk next turn, and our opponent's struggling on lands. Like, obviously the big problem here is we don't have a removal spell to flashback with the Gearhulks, so we're just going to be drawing cards, which isn't terribly impressive now that we've got the Search for Azcanta in play, but I feel like we're in a decent spot. Yeah, I really hope it's Ravnica we go to next. Another Gearhulk. Already got so many Gearhulks. Keep it. Probably keep it. I guess the Illuminations are going to find us removal. No way they beat 3 Gearhulks. No, you're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah, it depends how many Abrades they have in post-board though, partially. I guess they probably still have in some number against blue-black, since blue-black has more Hulks than blue-white. I believe not many Abrades are in my opponent's deck. Oh wow, this is so good for us. Counter your thing. Get my 5/6 in play. Please show me a Vraska's Contempt. I just want to flip a Vraska's Contempt into my yard. Heartbreaking. Whew. That's a good one. I guess I want to start punching them at some point, but I should probably just pass the turn this turn. Attack. I put them to 15. And then I go like Gearhulk Illumination. No, I feel like I'm in a good enough position that I'm just gonna hold back this turn. I don't want to like lose to our opponent randomly having an Abrade. I think it's fine not to swing here. Yeah, like this is so good for us. Yeah, I agree, Larry. I think it's very wrong to attack as well. Disallow's perfect, right? Um, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sadly, we can't demise perfectly, but we're still gonna do it. Just to stop them swinging back. We still get to hit them for 6 here. Disallow their play, untap Gearhulk, disallow again. Oh, attack first. You're right. We should be absolutely attack first. That was really loose. I wasn't really paying it that much attention since I thought we couldn't possibly lose, but you're right that we should absolutely attack there. I'm just running this back. I'm pretty happy with this post-board setup. Loose. It was exceedingly loose. Agreed. On the draw, game 3. Opponent's very bad at drawing land drops. This hand is delightful. Opponent has mold to 6. Right, I'm just planning to cycle this illumination. Just need land drops more than anything. Alright. That's good against... Alright, it was good against all the removal we did have in our hand. Obviously it's not as good against Fatal Push. Which is a relief. Huh. I'd love to Fatal Push Kari here. I feel like if we miss land drops we lose though, so I'm going to play Search instead and take 3 damage off the Kari. I just need to make sure I can scry into land drops off the Search. It's obviously a bit scary, but... yeah, I agree. I think we have to Search here, Nucleo. Sick. That's so good. We can kill both of these now. And then if we hit a land, we can start contempting things. Ooh, Scavenger Grounds, OP. Right, untapped land off the top. Make this easy. Yep, untapped land. One time. Come on. Come on. Grump. Still in a fine position. As long as they don't slam a Hazoret next turn, we're in a fine position. If I lose this game due to this submerged Boneyard, I'm just like 100% off the stack. Okay, still easy game, still easy game. Ooh. Can Gearhawk Contempt? Oh no, they have Scavenger Grounds up. Never mind, I guess we're just casting Contempt the normal way. It's so tempting just to let them have the plus. Because they could have another Chandra in hand, but I guess I should just do this now. Not take the 2 damage. Just like Contempt on the end step is tempting, but this is still great. Probably can't lose. Sure. Oh my god. Second main phase Hazoret is real, for sure. If this has Cancer in play, I kind of just want to play out my lands rather than cycle them. Yeah, they did not attack for some reason. Who knows why? It happens. You misclick through your first main phase sometimes. It's not like that weird. Guess I should cycle this first. Maybe that's bad. Now I can't Contempt and activate Ascanter in the same turn. That's fairly bad. Kind of a punt on my part. Derp. I get to activate Ascanter end of turn. Try and find a win con. Whatever. Alright, now I'm gonna cycle this thing. I just want a Gilehawk or a Scarab God. Not cycling Sensor main phase, because then I can activate Ascanter and Contempt in the same turn if I want to. Okay. Deal. I'm on 7. Yeah, that's true. The second search would help scry towards a win con. You're right. I think I still like doing it this way though. Right, I'm gonna cycle Sensor first, and then activate Ascanter. That is a win condition. That is a Colossipede. Ain't nobody beating a Colossipede. Ascanter still scries towards win cons in your upkeep, so it still kind of helps. It's like obviously not the absolute best, but yeah, before it's flipped it does, exactly. He Spyglass asked a Scarab card at the GP and then was like, geez, a 5/5. Exactly. No one has beaten a Colossipede in their life. It's a 5/5 for 5. It's a Colossipede. Just like, clearly a Colossipede. Vanilla 5/5. Sick. 4-0. Easy 4-0. Easiest 4-0. This deck is gas. Jesus. I have been enjoying this. You have to Google Colossipede. When was Colossipede in... What set was it in? Was it in Aether Revolt? Or something? I can't remember. It's true, Nucleo. Did not have to follow through on that promise. Oh, it was Amonkhet. Okay, that makes sense. We've not played against blue-white yet, no. I kind of want to play that matchup. Yeah, this is Wafo's list. His exact 75 he had published. It's felt amazing so far. Like, I've not really had any complaints with the 75 at all. I'm really sad they didn't just follow through on the Colossal Dreadmore meme. Like, the fact that Colossal Dreadmore wasn't in Dominaria was legitimately disappointing to me. Like, that was all I wanted out of Dominaria, was to have my Dreadmores back. Yeah, just the one Scarab God. This is kind of fine. We can cycle the Illumination if we're in a matchup where we need early interaction. This is true. This is true. The Boneyard was somewhat tilting. The Boneyard was among the more tilting cards. Oh, is this Wizards? That would be exciting. I'm not going to cycle Illumination yet. It's possible they're on like Blue-Red or Jeskai control or something, but I imagine they're most likely on Wizards. Okay, not doing anything on turn 3 indicates a control deck, so I'm just going to cling on to this Illumination. That is certainly a third Gearhawk. That's amazing, Nucleo. I loved that card too much. So gross. So gross. Alright, we're planning on Illuminationing at the end of my opponent's turn, then untap to rest them. Okay. Okay. Sure. I assume we're playing a control mirror, right? We should probably just assume that. Jeez. Aggro concession, yo. Aggro concession. Are we just assuming this is a control mirror and boarding out this garbage? Probably. If I was like 100% this is a control mirror, I might even bring in some spyglasses, but I don't want to go overboard, I don't think. Oh, Blue-Red Gift with a terrible opener. Could be. It could be. Spooky Ghost. I don't know. I don't really like accusing people of ghosting. It is definitely odd though. I think I'm gonna run it like this. If they are randomly on a gift deck and just somehow didn't have a creature in their top 10 cards, I think gift or I just don't see how. I just don't understand that though. Why you'd concede there if you're on an aggro deck. Like, why would you keep a hand with no threats? It also makes, like, the Ether Hub Sulphur Falls make more sense if they're on a control deck, right? Because Wizards doesn't play Ether Hub, and I don't think Gift plays Ether Hub. I'm running it like this. If they're on wizards, then like, well done, you got me, you know? I'm just gonna run it like this. Gift plays for hub, okay, so it could be gift. Not having pushes would be sad against gift. I think we're still in an okay spot though. This hand needs to run a few lands, but clearly a keep, I think. I think it might be Grixis Energy. I'm so excited to cast this Duress and like end this mystery. I'm also excited to ever draw a third land. That's also exciting. I'm going to draw an island next turn and it's going to be amazing. Don't negate this. No! I just want to know what I'm playing against. Preserve the excitement, don't cast it. Maybe George was right about it green Grixis Energy. Travelled back a month into the past. Sure, you can duress a Glimmer. Oh. No, they got Canyon Sloughs. So, definitely not Jeskai. Bolas Tribal. Oh, jeez. That's a good one. That's a good one. Rude. I could bounce this and hope to rip the island to counter it. Awesome. You're giving a... Yeah, you can have some points, George. I think you've earned some points for getting this correct. I agree. Yeah, this is Wafo-Tapa's list. Alright, hopefully they don't have a negate to back up the Bloodfast. I assume they're just not going to cast the Bloodghast if they... the Bloodfast, if they don't have a negate. Oh, it's like... kinda have to counter this. But then I'm just going to lose to the Bloodfast. This is kind of sweet. Rebuilding Grixis, they can chain wild people. No, we don't have removal in our deck at the moment. I feel like I have to counter this. Obviously the Bloodfast is going to be a problem, but at least the Bloodfast gives us time. Like, they have to use time and mana to draw cards off of it, which gives us a chance to hit our land drops here. Right. I'm just going to try and find my land drop. Can only draw 9 cards off the Bloodfast, weather the storm. Yeah. The thing is, Bloodfast actually gives us some amount of time, which is, like, definitely a factor. Scarab God does not give us some amount of time. Scarab God is a card that does not like giving people time. Good draw. Solid. Solid A minus. Oh. Alright, taking 2. That is fine. Ignore that. Kinda want to hold Gear Hulk up. I also kinda just want to, like, contempt one of these idiots now. And make sure they can't Jaces defeat my Gear Hulk. And just, like, hope to fade a couple draws from their deck. Like, we're pretty far behind. I feel like we need to fade draws anyway, right? Feel like we need to fade draws anyway. Whereas, like, negates and Jace's defeats are in the list of cards we can realistically beat with this sort of line. I have no idea what I play at a standard GP this week. I feel like if forced to choose a deck right now, I'd probably just play Leo's blue-white list. But I certainly don't know what's the correct deck to play. I can't really answer that one. I think red-black is very, very good, but I feel like people are going to be more prepared for it. Whereas I think people in general are not respecting the control decks in the format enough. I think the control decks are quite good, in my experience, has been my experience so far. I'm not queued for the Team PT. I need 3 additional points from Dominaria on top of the 3 I'm going to get for attending. Because I'm currently on 14 points and I'd need to get to 20 to hit silver. I don't know what that is, Hogpog. I feel like it's X and 5, but I might be wrong. I think X and 5 gets you 6 points, if I remember correctly. But I'm certainly no expert on the point totals. Yep. Oh, X6. So I need X and 6 to get to the Team PT. Although qualifying for the Team PT that way is really awkward because you have to like choose team members from people who are qualified but don't have teams, which means you probably end up with a fairly underpowered team overall. Is my understanding of it. Gonti into a Chain Whirler, kill them. They can gain life off this, sadly. Scarab God. Yeah. Scarab God plus Temple is so disgusting. They discarded Siphoner and Canyon Slough. Yeah, this game's probably over now. This game's probably over now. Interesting. Yeah, Temple God is hard lock. By doing it this way, they gave us a chance to draw into Gonti and go Gonti Chain Whirler, which is something I don't think they needed to let us have access to. I think they could have just like held the temple up and blocked and gained 5. Yeah, I agree, it's kind of loose. It's like really marginal. Like they're probably still winning the vast majority of the time regardless, but... so... Grixis. Kind of want some removal back in my deck, since they have Siphoners. Kind of like the idea of these Spyglasses almost. Because, what is it? Answers Chandra, answers Bloodfast. Answers both of them really quickly. Really cleanly. I don't know how good the Consign Oblivion is. They don't really have many like enchantments or anything like that we need to answer. Other than specifically Bloodfast, but I'd rather have Spyglass against that. Cool, Hogpoke. See you later. So I need to take 3 cards out. I think that the Duresses are pretty great. Sensor's not the best, since the game's going to go long. Oh, the background makes it hard to read. I can try modifying that between leagues. Like after this one's done, I can try modifying that. Flame Dragons. What else am I doing? Like, I almost want some number of push for Siphoner. Siphoner's really scary. There are like so many cards I want in my deck post-board. It's really awkward. Okay, yes, I can just run it like this. See you later, Marcus. I think this is fine. I worry that we've not got enough Siphoner answers. I can maybe just like trim one Duress. The Duresses are mainly answering things we'd hit with Spyglass anyway. I think I prefer Spyglass. I think it's a bit more powerful. We get to have like 2 pushes in the deck then against Siphoner. Alright, so we go first. We'll mulligan this hand. Ooh, this is great. Sticking Search on 2 is a really big game against their deck. Negate's pretty good. Kind of want to bottom it. I don't know. It's pretty good. We've got Search to dig us to lands as well. I guess I'm a bit worried about the Search getting duressed. I think I want to bottom this. I just want to hit my land drops. I think hitting my land drops is important with this hand. We'll find like plenty of interaction anyway. Ooh, Bloodfast versus Search. There's a classic battle. This is like kind of great, but I think I have to ditch this. I think I want to ditch this. I want to find like a disallow or duress or just something to start doing with my mana. Or like even hitting a land is good because then we can start milling lands a bit more aggressively, whereas at the moment we're kind of forced to keep them. Sure. Gearhulk is not the dream. This is fine though. They're just going to draw cards with Bloodfast. I think I'm kind of okay with that. I just need to find lands. Ditching this many win cons is really awkward, obviously. It's going to make winning the game through their contempts and stuff a lot harder. But we just really need to find land drops. And like, do not particularly need the third Gearhulk in hand. Sure, that's great for us. We can contempt that, use our mana for the turn. Fatal Push. Again, I think I just want to put it in the yard, hit land drops, flip search quicker. Chandra is so uninteresting. Oh my god. Ooh, another Chandra. We have the Gearhulk. They're gonna make a Chain Whirler off the Chandra. That's pretty good. Okay, sure. This allows really good. So this turn I'm going Gearhulk Contempt on Chandra main phase. To play around Jace's defeat. I'll have 3 cards left in my yard. I'm like really close to just milling that disallow over. I just want to flip search as soon as humanly possible. Or find more contempts in case they land more planeswalkers or a Scarab God or something. Like, we're going to be tapping out for a Gearhulk here anyway. I don't think the disallow does much for us. Yeah, the second Hulk can disallow anyway. Agreed. Alright, get rid of your Chandra. What is this? Contempt. Sure. That is fine. It means they're not killing us. They get to activate their Bloodfast, but we've got our search going, so it's like about even, really. I'm just going to pass the turn here. Should be able to transform search next turn. Start activating it. Just gonna let this Chain Whirler hit me quite happily. On like 1,000,000 life, it doesn't really matter. Alright. Let's just cast this. I could crack the field before casting this. I want to crack it anyway to get the extra card in my yard. I guess I'd like to be able to kill the temple though later. I'm just gonna do this now. Just like this. Hey there, Amy. Sure. That's fine. I'm just going to mill literally whatever I see off the search, so that I can keep the field around, I think. If I see a Gearhulk, it's really heartbreaking, but otherwise it's fine. Oh my god, it's so good against Temple. I just want to flip this, though. Once we have our Ascanter going, the Bloodfast just doesn't even matter. Like, we're going to be matching their card advantage really well. It's going pretty well so far, Amy. Yeah, we're 4-0 in our first league with blue-black control, which is a very nice start. Really enjoying the deck too. Huh. I could use this as an opportunity to sneak a Gearhulk down and still have Essence Scatter up. I can't kill the Chain Whirler though, which is kind of sad. And, like, Illumination. I kind of like that. I think I'm just going to sneak the Gearhulk down now whilst they only have 1 mana up. And cast an Illumination, force them to spend their turn contempting this out the way. Sick. Duress is a very nice one. We want to find a Vraska's Contempt fairly soon. That's the one thing we're really lacking at the moment, but other than that, I'm feeling like I'm in a pretty decent position. Ooh. Alright, I have to scatter that. They're probably going to negate back. Yep. This is the fear. Like, we don't have a Contempt yet. We can just die to something like this. For sure. Okay. Jeez. Right. I mean, we're taking the disallow. We're gonna duress them. Just 3 lands. Jeez, their hand's so bad. Okay, maybe we're still in this. Maybe we're still in this. I have to hold the Gearhulk back so I can block the Chain Whirler. They can obviously exert to push through the Chain Whirler, but that means their dragon would be tapped down, which is fine. Yeah, so it's going to hit us for 4. Put us to 7. I've seen like the tiniest bit of play in Modern. I have seen it before in Modern. It's certainly not a popular choice though. I've seen it as like a one-of in blue-white control lists before though. I think I have to counter this. I just have to stop critters from hitting the board, right? And then I have to hope to find a Contempt or Cast Down off my Azcanta. There are a lot of them. Oh, wow. Okay. Easy mode. Am I attacking? I'm kind of ahead at the moment. But I can attack them down to 9 and eat up some Bloodfast draws. They get to attack me to 6. I think this is really, whether to attack or not is a really close decision. So if we don't attack, we just get to like keep activating Azcanta kind of safely. I think I prefer not attacking. Like, obviously attacking is nice against the Bloodfast. We attack them down to 9, they attack us to 6. Then we attack them to 4, and we can strip mine the temple. And they get to start gaining life, but I think I have to attack. Just because just to deny them cards off the Bloodfast. I think denying them cards off the Bloodfast is important. It's a really close decision though. It's fairly tough. Alright, so we go to 6. Oh wow. By activating a Scanter here, we expose ourselves to a Gearhulk or a Contempt, but I think we still want to activate it anyway. Sure, that's fine. We knew that was a risk. It lets us pull ahead on cards. Okay. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. How do I do this? I should probably Glimmer, right? I think I should just Glimmer to start. Cast Down is amazing. It answers the Chain Weller, and then we get to hold up Disallow. I don't think we need the Illumination with the Ascanter active. It's obviously looking kinda nice here, but I almost just want to hit land drops more than the Illumination even with the Ascanter in play. Alright, this game's going to be really down to the wire. They get to draw a bunch of cards off Bloodfast, but we can answer the Chain Whirler and have like a couple Disallows and this Ascanter active. It's going to be really, really close. Please don't have a negate. Okay, okay, good. Like, our big fear here is them casting a Scarab God with negate protection. That would be very hard for us to beat. And they've not cast a Scarab God so far this game, I think. Yeah, they've not. So Glimmer's fine, right? It doesn't do anything. Just draws them more cards, but they already have so many because of the Bloodfast. And we have an Ascanter active, so we don't care about them drawing cards. We just, like, need to keep up on mana. Yeah, this deck has a Scarab God and 4 Gearhulks. Og. Siphoner. That's a tough one. How many pushes do we have in the deck at the moment? We have 2 pushes, 2 cast downs, and we've been through... So at the moment we have 1 push, 1 cast down, 2 contempts left in the deck that answer this. But I really want to activate Ascanter. We get to see 8 cards, 9 cards to answer this. I think we just let this resolve so that we can activate Ascanter this turn and keep hold of our Disallow. It's obviously a bit risky, but I think it gives us the best shot at winning, like making sure we just keep using our Ascanter. Awesome. That is a good one. That is also a good one. Yeah, I'm not dead if I take 2. They get to draw a card, but they'd get to draw cards off Bloodfast anyway, so Duress, sure. Oh. Chain Whirler. Again, I just want to be activating as Cantor, I think. This one's actually a bit scary. Because we're through like yet another removal spell now. But we just need to keep making sure we're activating this so we're keeping up with card count. Alright. Ooh, those are good ones. Contempt gains me life. But push is like a more restricted card in how I use it. So I think I kind of want to take the push and then like sack my field to shuffle the contempt back in at some point. So I can target this. Get push online. If they counter this, I'm not really sure what I meant to do. Okay, they didn't. Made my life easy. Cool. I've got double counter up for Scarab God. They only have one card left stored up in their Bloodfast. Duress me. Gross. That's scary. That's the sort of thing, if they have a negate now, they can push a Scarab God through. So that is definitely scary. You could also just have a Chandra, which we don't have many answers to at this point. What do they have? They have the Scarab God. Maybe? We have a Whirler. The flip side of Bloodfast lets you sack creatures to gain life. This makes 2 tokens. This is actually fairly hard for us to beat if this resolves. This is actually fairly hard for us to beat if it resolves. I think I have to counter this, honestly. I think the tokens are going to be really hard to beat. If they have a Scarab God, we just have to hope to find a Contempt or a Gearhulk in the top cards. Cool. They did not have a god, they were bluffing. They were just bluffing. Opponent said in chat, just bluffing. Which is a huge relief. Alright. I guess I just passed the turn of this Ascanter up. We're in a dangerous spot now. If we can make it out of this turn alive, we probably win. But we do have to make it out of this turn alive. This game is intense. I'm not going to crack the field yet. We have a bunch of lands on the bottom we don't want to draw. Yeah, opponent's playing very well, for sure. I agree. Oh, now we put the Gontis on the bottom, I'm going to sack this field. So I want to draw a Gonti. Gonti sounds great. Counter. Oh, Gear Hulk. Jeez, that's so good. Negate my illumination. I think they'd want to glimmer though instead. I don't know. I feel like they want to glimmer instead. Alright, that does make this game tougher. The Gear Hulk's really good. Alright, so we have a turn where we are dead to a Scarab God. If they have a Scarab God, we literally lose the game. I imagine. Because we have a bunch of Gear Hulks in our yard for them to reanimate. That does nothing. I kind of want the extra mana, but we know we have dead cards on the bottom. I think I'm still going to crack this anyway. I think the extra mana is going to be relevant with Azcanta in play. I'm going to pass the turn with Azcanta up, so that I don't expose myself to a duress. Obviously I could main phase Glimmer, and that could be relevant if I was to find a Glimmer off this. But I think I just don't want to expose myself to duress. Alright. I mean, that's an easy one to answer. We still have like a Fatal Push left. I guess we don't have a Fatal Push left, huh? Glimmer's good. Alright, alright, alright. Mm-hmm. Alright, our hand is incredible now. Jeez. If they had a Jace's defeat, they'd probably have cast it on the Glimmer too. I kinda want to hold this Gear Hulk, because I'm so scared of Scarab God. But they'd need to like blind draw the Scarab God off the top. How much mana do I have? I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that would be great for sure. Just ding them for one. I think I'm gonna lead on Gonti and see what we hit. Because if we find a Chain Whirler, we can force them to sack the Glint Sleeve. Oh my god. So many cards. Jeez. So we just get the Chain Whirler, right? It's true they can't activate Siphoner, can they? I'm being stupid. You're right, you're right. Basically every card here is great. You like the Glorybringer? I kinda like the Glorybringer with negate backup. Yeah, I think I agree. I think I agree. No, I agree. We take the Glorybringer there, for sure. I was just like thinking through all the options. Sick. Beat our opponent drawing like 18 cards off of 9 cards off of Bloodfast. Easy 5-0. So great. This deck is fire. Like, people had so much hate for it and it still just overpowered them. Like, we beat 2 active... Was it 2 or 3 active Bloodfasts we beat this league? It was really nice. I want to play this deck more. I was really impressed by it. People aren't going... I think what makes this deck really appealing to me is people aren't going very wide at the moment. They're making like lots of individual threats. Because going wide's so bad against Chain Whirler, against Ballista, or against Fumigate. And when your opponent's just playing individual threats, I think this is a much better card than Fumigate. It's interesting. Let's open a treasure chest. To reward us for our efforts with a dark steel plate. That was a very worthwhile treasure chest. Clearly. Oh my gosh.